Our next guests are the JAMA, Jackson Area Manufacturers Association Student of the Year, along with his teacher from East Jackson High School, Brock Davidson, and Beth Sanborn. Hi Beth, hi Brock. Welcome to our show. And congratulations, Student of the Year. Pretty cool.
Thank you.
Were you surprised?
Yeah. When they said they nominated me, I was like, oh, okay. I was really shocked when they told me that I won it. I thought they were messing with me.
Well, that's pretty awesome. We heard a little bit about you at the JAMA dinner, but you weren't there.
Yeah, I was actually in Europe for the week. I had it planned for a while before. I didn't know.
Long planned family trip to Europe. Well, I can see where that takes precedence.
Yeah.
Beth, what is it about Brock Davidson that you like about that earned him your nomination?
Well, first of all, he actually uses his brain. He's a great problem solver. He figures stuff out, picks up stuff very quickly. He was he was one of a couple kids that we actually tried to get jobs over last summer for through our program, our Prime program. And he's one I felt very comfortable sending to a company. Besides that, he's got, if you haven't noticed, a very even keel, sense of humor, sense of being. He doesn't get too excited about anything. And sometimes that's really good.
Yes, he's very low key.
Yes.
He's been here a little while today, and he's very even keeled. Nothing would upset him.
Not much upsets him.
You were honored at the dinner, and they told a lot about you, and many people were impressed that you had so much crammed into the life of a high school senior.
Yeah, I graduated this year.
How old are you?
18.
18, just graduated from East Jackson. Congratulations. And you're a STEM teacher.
Among other things, math, science, and STEM.
Awesome. So you, as a student, wanted to get into robotics, manufacturing. What was your interest?
Mainly the robotics.
Mm-hmm.
We had like a cobot arm. You could program it to pick stuff up. It has like drills, all sorts of stuff that you can attach to it.
Did you compete with East Jackson's robotics team?
No.
No. So you're past that.
Yeah.
You're actually doing robotics in real life in a manufacturing plant.
Only in the class. Lomar didn't have any robots.
You've been working at Lomar, right?
Yeah, last summer.
And a real job. What were you doing? What was your job?
Well, mainly cleaning. You had to be 18 to work on the machines,
Mm-hmm.
but they had me on a tumbler, like this huge bowl that like grinds down the edges of like metal parts, and then a laser engraver. Those are the two main ones.
You sent some pictures, Beth,
Mm-hmm.
that are from the experiences of this class in the school and the robotics and Brock. Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing.
Well, this is our trip 2 years ago, actually, to a 3D printing convention in Detroit. We took a whole bunch of kids. This is before we even started the program.
The program is Prime.
The program is Prime. It is through the Society of Manufacturing Engineers, although it's funded through the Department of Education. But it is a program that basically puts things that industry uses into the classroom. So we have a high-end 3D printer that's used in industry. We have this is a Mechtronics lab, which is designed it's basically a miniature assembly lab where you pick and you place and you go on conveyors, but all miniaturized. It's pneumatically controlled. This is from a field trip we took to Technique last year. So these are all kind of mushed in, but we've been able to do a lot of things. These are some of the things that our students have printed.
3D printing?
3D printing, yeah. So they've actually not just printed them, but they've actually designed some of this.
And they
So-
actually fly. It's a miracle.
That would be awesome. Oh my, now we're gonna have to look into that. There's Brock.
That was a while ago.
We're working on some smaller robots in this class.
Are your kids looking at manufacturing, robotics, or career?
That's the whole idea of
Yeah.
the program. We get them in, we get them excited, we get them interested, and we get them some hands-on experience on using some of these things that are actually used in industry, not just classroom experiences. And it's been great. We've been able to place a few kids. We've got a young man now working at Technique. We've got Brock that worked at Lomar. There's a lot of different things we're doing, and a lot of it is just to like expose kids to different things.
Very cool. Brock, were you surprised at the opportunities at East Jackson that you'd be able to get actually onto shop floors and see up close all this?
Yeah, I mean, they told me that it might happen, but I didn't really believe it. I mean, she brought it up to me like 2 years before the program even started. Said, hey, I want you in this. I think you'd be good at it. I signed up for it. After the first year, I contacted Ladina at Lomar, and she got me an internship. It's like that.
So the program is based on community partners. So Lomar is one of our community partners. The whole thing is geared toward what companies in the area need. So it worked out really well that he could go to Lomar. And
You feel like you did your job, you and your fellow East Jackson educators did your job, and Brock's ready to take on the world?
I think he's ready to take on the world. I don't know that it's going to be in manufacturing. We'll see. But I do think whatever he does, he'll be good at.
So now you've graduated.
Yeah.
Now what?
Right now, I'm interning at Powerhouse Gym, just down the road. I'm going to be a personal trainer. I think I'm going to go back to manufacturing like later, but I think it's too early to decide what I want to do for the rest of my life, like going to college.
What's the, I remember hearing about the FAME program at Washtenaw. What's that?
It's like a collaboration of going to work a couple of days and then going to Washtenaw the other ones to like learn classes and stuff.
Is that what you're doing now?
No.
You did do that?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Still to come.
Yeah.
And personal training, lifting, that's your focus right now.
At the moment, yeah.
But eventually, you could be back into manufacturing.
I hope so.
Yeah, and I think that
I hope so too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this happens. I think that typically you got a couple of options. You're looking at. You're still 18. There's a lot of time between now and when you really have to.
He's
commit.
got a lot of time to figure out what he wants to do. This is the time to try new things and try things. I mean,
How many students are able to go through this prime program at East Jackson?
this year I think we had 25 or so. Hopefully, the goal is to grow it every year, add a few more. We started out with everybody being the first year, because the first year we taught. And then we had some second years and some first years last year where we were able to give the second year students a little bit extra different things. And then next year, hopefully, we'll have some third year kids that have taken it a third year. And the idea is to maybe get those kids working a little more independently.
Well, it's going to be, for you as a teacher, very rewarding to be able to get a kid into a job.
Oh, yeah. That's the ultimate. I mean, that's really why we're here, to get these kids to the point where they can be functional members of society, make a living for themselves, and that was really very rewarding.
How did you feel about your years at East Jackson Schools?
I loved it. Most of the people there are really nice.
What else did you get involved in besides the STEM programs?
Wrestling was a big one. Love it.
Video games. Well, that's a big thing. I mean, you guys were very successful with that video game team. They have a newer video game team. I don't know much about it, but I know they had some real success.
Fantastic. And you did get a chance to go to Europe. as an 18-year-old, what was the, tell us a little bit about your trip and the highlight for you going to Europe.
So I went to visit a friend of mine. She was a foreign exchange student.
You went all the way to Europe to meet a girl.
It's not like that.
All right, it's kind of like that. But anyway, no, she was a foreign exchange student living in Jackson temporarily.
Yeah.
She went back, and your family went. And while you were there, you got a chance to see her, right? What town was she?
Olsen.
Outside of
Yeah.
Copenhagen?
No, it's like hour drive from Copenhagen.
What was it for you? The most exciting thing about? Had you ever been?
No,
No?
never been out of the country.
How many krona did you spend?
A lot.
What was the best food?
All of it was the best.
Yeah.
Every single place you went, it tasted better than here.
Wow. So it was a good time for you.
Yeah.
Great. Now, Powerhouse Gym for the summer. Fall comes what? Then what?
Hopefully I'll still be at Powerhouse. I'm not sure if they're looking for people right now, but maybe like in my 20s I'll go back to Lomar.
Well, you've got your Student of the Year plaque. That'll get you into any place.
Yeah.
And do you have a job for this? Are you going to be a lifeguard like most teachers?
Oh, I have been. That was my my college summer job. I spent a lot of time lifeguarding, as a matter of fact.
You got a
Not this year, though.
little chance to rest and decompress.
Yes, yes.
Well, you should be very proud. You have
I am.
the Student of the Year. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Have a great summer. The JAMA Student of the Year, Brock Davidson, and his teacher, Beth Sanborn.